Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. In today's video we are going to see how we can connect Databricks with Git. In this case we will be connecting our Databricks account with GitHub, but if you want you can connect with your other Git provider like GitLab or Bitbucket. So first of all we will open the Databricks. So in this instance the Databricks account is already open, and this will be your landing page, and here you can see that there are multiple options are available. Usually you can create your notebooks, you can upload your data and everything, and this is your own workspace where you can create your own notebooks, Python or Scala or R codes file. But this is the option we are going to try. We are going to use the repos option to connect with the GitHub repo. Now to do that we need to create the repo first, so let's just go ahead and create the repo first. So we'll log in now into our GitHub account. We'll go back to our repository and we'll create a new repo. Let's name it as a Databricks code repo. Let's make it for time being. Let's add a readme file and we'll use the readme template as a Python template. And we'll create the repository. So as you can see the repository has been created and one file readme.md has been created, and by default there is only one branch, which is a main branch. Now to connect this repo with Databricks we need to create a personal access token. To do that we have to go to the settings tab over here, and in the bottom you can see developer settings option, and here you will have a personal access token. So here we will going to create a new token. Let's assume that we will give Databricks now. In this, while creating token you have to select the expiration date. The less you select the expiration date, that means you have to change the token every 7 days, and if you select 90 days you have to change it every 90 days. You can also select the custom and no expression, but it is advisable you select the certain number of days. Don't select the no expiration date. In case if your token is lost, there is a chance of security risk. So let's select 7 days in our demo. And here we are going to select the scopes. Now there are multiple scopes are available. Now for this demo we are going to just create a file and do the commit and everything. So in this case we'll select only the repo option and we'll click on generate token, and the token will be generated. Now this token you have to copy this token, because this token won't be visible after that. So we'll copy this token and we'll go back to our Databricks. So in the Databricks we'll go back to option user settings. In the user settings we'll go into Git integration, and here we will select the GitHub Git providers. So as you can see there are multiple Git providers there. In this case our Git provider is GitHub, and we'll provide our username and we'll give the token ID. So token ID is given. We'll click save. That's it. So your Databricks is now the Databricks user settings. Now we'll go back to our repos and click on the add repo button. Now if you go back to the Databricks account, you can go back and you can see the different repository. We'll go back to our repository. We'll copy the URL and we'll paste the URL over here. And we'll click the submit. So as you can see that Databricks codes has been cloned into our repository, into our Databricks code. Now let's assume that usually for the development or anything, developer don't push the changes directly into the master branch or main branch. So we used to create one feature branch or dev branch. We used to create another branch where we do our changes. So we are going to click on this main option, and here you will have an option to create a branch. Let's create a new branch, dev branch, based upon the main branch. So once you create it, the dev branch will be created. Okay. Now you can see the branch has been tagged to changed from main to dev. Now here we will create new notebooks. Here if you already have the existing notebook, you can also import it. We don't have the ready notebooks available, so we'll create the notebooks. Let's assume that we'll create two notebooks. One is the Python and one is the SQL. Let's put it. And we'll select the language as a Python. We'll just add a so one notebook has been added, Python notebook, and similarly we'll create another notebook, but this one will be SQL notebook. Okay, so as you can see, we have two notebooks are created. One is the Python and one is SQL. Now these notebooks are available in our local repos. We have to push these changes to our Databricks, to our GitHub accounts. So how we are going to do it? We are going to click on this dev button, and there we can see the different changes. Now let's assume that if you want to put different commit message, you can do it. As for example, in this we are selecting the Python file and we are putting the commit message, adding Python code, and we are doing the commit. So as you can see, the Python code has been committed. Okay, we'll go back to our repository and we'll see what is the status of the code in the dev branch. So as you can see, the test Python file has been added to our repository. Okay. So similarly, we can add our SQL code, and if you want to put more description, you can put it over here, and you can hit the commit button. So if we going to refresh it, see, so we have both the SQL file and Python file. We can see the commit history also in the Databricks. So adding Python code and adding SQL code. So this is how you connect with Databricks with your Git account. Now in case if you want to change from the branch, you can do it using just this branch selector option. You can move it to main branch. Okay, so the moment you have moved to main branch, you can see in main branch we don't have the Python file and the SQL file. So those files has been removed from your local, and it contains only the files that are available in the main branch. Okay, so this is the small introduction on how you can connect Databricks with your Git. Hope you like this video. If you like this video, please do like, share and subscribe this channel for further video like this. Thank you.